And I didn't go and question, like, how did I create this? I didn't do any of that. I know I'm in this, I'm handling this, I'm facing this, and this is all going to change, and it's literally going to work out in my favor so good. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, I'm Kim. This is Core Union. So I have a story that I want to tell really quickly about how to literally shift circumstances. This is something that goes back years ago when I did have my retail business. If you're new here, I created a retail business basically to prove that manifestation was real, and I started it way back, like it could have been the beginning of the recession back in 2007, 2008. Really bad time to start a business. I had no experience. I had no experience in the field. I had no money. I had no reason at all to be successful. I just had sheer belief and sheer will and sheer trust in God, in the universe, in manifesting. And I just dove right into it. And then, I went through a lot of ups and downs. I shifted, I don't know how many circumstances that appeared to be against me. There were a lot of, I don't want to say that it was just easy, but the things that I manifested were just insane. So now I'm just doing this. This was literally the purpose of me doing the years of manifesting and creating the successful business. When all of the businesses all around me, all of the small businesses were going out of business, and I just kept growing. And that was because of my trust in God and knowing that this was really God's business. I mean, that's all it was. And I was just letting it work through me and trusting and letting it guide me all the time. I am just teaching full time now, and I am just so in my element, and I'm in complete flow, and I am in complete, perfect, harmonious union with God. Anyway, to today's story. So, this will be very short. I basically delivered, or my employees delivered, a couple beds to a customer, and customers were very happy at first, and then a little time went by. I got a call from the wife, and she basically lied, and she just said that she got the wrong fabrics. The beds were in the wrong color, and I knew that it wasn't true. So it turned, and it got very ugly pretty quickly. And I just didn't even let her she was starting to get in a certain way with me, and I just wasn't even going to have it. I wasn't going to allow it to happen at all. So that conversation didn't go very well, but whatever. I knew that I was within my right, and I knew that I have like a 99.999% happy customer rate, and I do everything by the book, and I do everything right. So don't come at me for something that's not true. So anyway, she then proceeded to call the Better Business Bureau and file a complaint about my business. And then I was just now I was getting triggered. But when I would get triggered, I was at a certain point in my life where I knew what was happening. But so when I would get triggered, I would use that as like this thing would just rise up from within me. And that's that kind of goddess within me, like, oh, no. And just trusting and knowing that God has also like planted that in me, that no weapon formed against me will ever prosper. And like, it was just all of this stuff that was starting to rise up in me. And even though I don't like what was happening, I love it when I remember who I am. There was a negative $3,500 out of nowhere on my bank account because she now committed credit card fraud and called her credit card to dispute the charge. So now not only does she have the goods in her home, now she's lied about me to the Better Business Bureau, and she's taken the money away from me through a credit card dispute. And I'm like, oh, like, you have no idea who you're messing with now. And I don't mean that in an ego way. I mean, like, God is just not going to even have this. And so I approached it from that, like, yes, I did have moments where I was angry and I was frustrated, but I went into my power very quickly with this, and I didn't go and question, like, how did I create this? I didn't do any of that. I know I'm in this, I'm handling this, I'm facing this, and this is all going to change, and it's literally going to work out in my favor. Not only is it going to work out in my favor with her, I'm going to get that money back. Not only that, but I'm going to get like 10,000 from new sales, from new customers who are going to respect and appreciate me and love my store and love my products. Like that's, anytime I would hit any kind of a loss, that's what I would do. I would just go into that, oh, that's okay. That means that this is about to get really, really good. and that's what I did. And so the kind of chain events that happened was, first I called my employees and they knew that I was kind of into this thing. And I told them, we're going to have pizza for lunch. I couldn't have it because I was gluten-free, but I was going to feed them and grab some champagne. He's like, ooh, champagne. I'm like, yeah. So they got there and he said, so what are we celebrating? And I told him. And when I told him that the $3,500 was taken from my account, he was like, so why are we celebrating? I'm like, because this is all about to turn around. And I'm not only going to get the $3,500, we're going to get a bunch of new sales in. And he was just like, okay, badass. Like, all right, let's do this. So we had the lunch, we had the champagne. I end up calling, I don't know what day this was now. I ended up calling I got the letter, the official letter in the mail from the credit card dispute, whatever. I call the number. I love this so much. I love this so much. I call the number and the guy who answered the phone was in a call center very far away from the town or the city where my retail business was. When I told them where I was calling from, I gave him the ID number and he looked it up. He knew the business. He knew the business, and someone, I think his niece or somebody, had actually bought furniture from me before and was very happy. And we had an amazing conversation. We had a very, very good conversation. That was one of those inspiring conversations, like I had goosebumps. I don't remember the exact words that were said, but I just remember how we were both just like really inspired by the whole thing. It was just such a good experience to have. And he said, do me a favor, all you need to do is scan those orders proving what they ordered and the documentation from the manufacturer, and I'll have this money back into your account ASAP. Now, normally these disputes can actually hold on to the money for a good amount of time, but he literally ended up getting me the money back immediately. And now let's step back from this and so I didn't let the circumstance get to me. I did get angry, but I channeled and I transmuted that energy into like powerful, strong, like, oh no, this is not happening. I'm sorry, but you've made a very big mistake right now, because my God is so powerful, and there's no way that my God is gonna even allow this to happen. And then he's gonna restore me and he's gonna make this even better. So thank you. So now, how could I have reacted to that? It could have been very different. I could have got in a major disruptive, very big argument and blowout with the customer. And it could have gotten much worse, the situation. I could have seen the deduction in my bank account and got freaked out and got afraid and nervous that I was going to lose even more. And I could have been in a very lack and scarcity mentality. And then from there, I could have been really worried and nervous. And then when customers came in the store, I could have lost out on business and sales because of that. Like, it could have had basically a very bad domino effect, but it didn't, because I know who I am. I know who my God is, and I know how all of this works. And I didn't really, like I said, was I annoyed? Yes. Did it matter? No. I persisted through it. I trusted. I knew I did my inner work, and everything worked out for me. So I hope this video helped you guys. I love you guys so much. Comment down below if you guys are looking for coaching. The information is down in the description, like always. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Nothing can come between us.